Assalamualaikum and very welcome back, dear listeners. And now tune into I'm FM with me, DJ Aleeya. And now you are still tuned into PsychTalk. Okay, so for today's episodes, we want to make the something different, which is we want to review on what is being portrayed in the Netflix series Adolescence with our topic misogyny, mental health, and youth unpacking Netflix Adolescence. So still with us Brother Adam, who can I think we can both share about our thoughts and our perspectives on this Netflix Adolescence. Okay, so Brother Adam, I think we both actually we are both from the psychology, right? So we are already learned about the psychosocial theory by Erik Erikson. So I think this psychosocial theory is explain about how the individual are being developed by stage in the certain age. For example, like the stage of identity versus confusion, who are from his theory, he explained that this stage are being happen during the adolescence itself. So related with our main character from adolescence, which is Jamie. Jamie is also adolescent, which is he is 13 years old. So first of all, I think we have to know lah first what is the psychosocial theory that being explained by Erik Erikson. So Brother Adam, can you explain to us about what is the Erik Erikson explain about the identity versus confusion theory?
Okay, identity versus confusion is a stage where it's the child usually is around 12 to 18 if I'm not mistaken. The child actually explores experiences in the world and everything and create a sense of self. That is for the identity. But if the child was not explore or they were like lead to a certain things that is bad, they will have a confusion in their identity. And I think it is a very, very, it portrays in Netflix where the family sees Jamie as a person that is innocent, while most of his school friends actually sees him like an incel or something like that. And some of his friends are seeing him differently. The girl that he murdered sees him differently, and then he react to those things differently, and to certain people also differently. So I think it is portrayed very well and in the adolescence series.
Yeah, and also I'm agree that Jimmy is very, I think, well portrayed about how he is going through on the confusion stage, which is he are unable to establish his own identity because of the how the surrounding him are being expected different aspect on him itself. So do you feel that in your in your punya pendapat, do you have like any kind of fears or any kind of thought that how Jamie was stuck in that phase? Yeah, that as I mentioned before, the Jamie is being stuck because of this that you see that people surrounding him are being it. But is there any things that you feels that Jamie was stuck in that phase, in the face of the confusion?
I think maybe it's because like Jamie actually doesn't have like a strong sense of self.
Yeah.
So he sees it online in social media, and when he sees it online, he has like a weird interpretation of women where he sees the female representation, the models, and he starts to make some sexual commands about that. And then after that, those things was found by his friends, right? And then they start to like call him something.
Yeah.
And that leads to Katie being murdered because of because
Jamie hatred on him.
yes, it was not like hatred, but because Katie found something about Jamie and so on and so forth. So I think it is very, that's why he's stuck in the confusion. And there's actually a scene in which I think I read it on TikTok where they make a scene and they say that the last scene where the dad kissed Jamie's teddy bear is that represents like the dad is kissing the innocence identity of his son. So when Jamie is going to jail, so that represent the identity that left in the home, the innocent boy.
Yeah, and actually the last scene is very sad because like I think almost all fathers want the best on his child, but there's a some that I think we are lacking or overlook, and may lead to the this kind of issues happens on our sons children. Okay, so I think we are already understood on how this the Jamie punya characteristic are being related with the psychosocial theory by Ari Erickson. So I think as like I think the adolescent itself, the series itself is very well reflect on the silent struggles of the modern youth, especially that we are I think almost everywhere right now, especially youngster are being I think membesar with the social media. So and their struggles, the silent struggles, are always related with the social media. So what is your thought about this, and how actually these silent struggles challenge us to respond to them?
It because we in social media there are like no specific ways to control. The parents sometimes, not all parents are good at technologies, and we even sometimes the children are far more better than us in doing something related to technologies.
Energy.
So these silence challenges where some people may think that it is not as big as it is, but it actually challenges, like we don't know what our children are seeing on those social media. And we don't know what they share, what they need. And actually, it's not just Jamie. Like, we could see that Katie sent her nude pics to the boy that he attracted to. And then there are, like, some comments and this. So, it was like all of them were affected by social media. And I'm not to say social media is bad, but we need to have, like, something to regulate this.
Especially on the children, right?
Yes, especially on the children.
Yeah, so I think we are already understand more about the how the adolescents are reflect back on how the what happened in our modern youth, especially on the youngster right now. So I think we can wrap up on our program today. So before we end our program today, I think I want to ask Adam lah if Brother Adam can share your personal reflections on any kind of issues that are related with you, maybe relate with the adolescents that we are, the serial adolescents, or any issues that happen in the youth right now.
I think for youth right now, because during the old days, we have like each other. It's only face to face, but now we can meet everyone online, and social media has become a medium for us to connect. But as we all know, media has no boundaries. So this somehow actually affects. And if you see on the news today, most of them are like addicted to social media. Even we learn in psychology as well that most kids nowadays are like addicted to their phones and the parents' teachings, so on and so forth. So I think the biggest problem is that the biggest problem in youth right now is that we need to see social media as tools, not as companions.
Tools of the communications with others instead of the companion with us.
Instead of companion to be together.
And also how we are depend on social media need to be reflect back, because actually we have the people around us, so why not we depend on them instead of depend on whatever in our social media. So I'm also agree with the Brother Adam reflections on this issue. And also I think this the main important, I think the main factor that can help in overcome this issues in our youth, I think the main is the parents itself. The parents need to take a role and also play a crucial role in educate on the children on how they can how the proper use they can use the social media. And also we as the parents, I think, and also the family members, I think we need to support each other. And also maybe give a support to those who are need who are being struggles in internally. Okay, so I think that's all from me. From these episodes of Misogyny, Mental Health and Youth, Unpacking Netflix Adolescence. So, is there any last word from Brother Adam before we end of our session today?
I think maybe yeah, just scroll your social media
Uh,
with
mm-mm.
with safety lah.
With safety, yeah. Okay, so that's all from me and also Brother Adam. Thank you so much, and also don't forget to watch on the Netflix Adolescence, and also stay tuned with our next episodes on next week. Okay, thank you so much,
Okay.
and assalamualaikum. Bye.
Bye.
Assalamualaikum and very welcome back, dear listeners. You're now in tune into MFM, your favorite campus radio, with me, DJ Aleeya, your host for today's episodes of PsychTalk. So welcome again to our program PsychTalk, as we are already in the 7th episode for this season. And meanwhile, I think this is the last week for the 8th month, I think. So I want to wish you again happy Eid Mubarak, and I hope you guys are good in health good, and also stay safe in that. Okay, so today episode, I think we want to make something, I think, interesting lah. But first of all, I want to introduce to our special guest, Brother Adam. Yay.
Yay.
So assalamualaikum, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, so I think you're the second time, right? You becoming a guest for the side talk.
Yes.
So thanks a lot for being with us today. And today's episodes, I think, like I mentioned it before, we want to make different kind of episode, which is before this we are a lot of talking about the educational that related with the psychology. But today's episodes, I think we want to make something new, which is we want to review on the new popular Netflix series, which is, I think, this series having get a lot of attention in our social media. So what is it? Right, Adam?
So today we are going to reviewing the Netflix series Adolescence.
Yeah, adolescents. So I think for those who are maybe not familiar with this, I think we will introduce the overview on the Netflix series later. But before that, this today's episodes, there will be a kind of a little of spoiler. So those who are want to do not want to know first lah spoiler, spoiler. So I think you guys can check out the Netflix adolescents in anywhere of your punya ni. And also you can come back to us our episode later in our recording side talk in our YouTube channel. So okay, so as like we mentioned before, we want to like review on the Netflix series Adolescence. So as you guys know that we both are actually already watch on the Netflix Adolescence, and I think there's a lot of things like we want to share and talk about this series. So stay tuned into our side talk for today's episodes. Okay, so Brother Adam, as you are already watch on the Netflix Adolescence, can you share some overview on this Netflix series, Ra?
Okay, for Netflix Adolescence, I would say that it is a very good series.
Mm-hmm.
The story are quite. It is not quite heavy, but it is quite slow. You can catch up to like every beats of the series, and I think it is a good series to watch if you love like some crime.
Psychological.
Yes,
right?
crime, psychological. So you know, right, what is Adolescence all about, right?
So actually, Adolescence is I think psychological thriller, I think.
Yes.
But it's just, I think it's the light of that genre, because it's just overview on how this a kid, I think
Jamie.
Jamie, a
Yes.
13 years of a boy, old boy. So it's being accused, right? So
Yes.
actually we are watching on how it being accused and how apa I think the authority are discovering out about him itself. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-mm. So as you like mentioned before that we the Jamie, right? So actually Jamie is the main role of this kind of series. So yeah, can you describe about that? What is your perspective on I think your macam ni impressions on Jamie this
Okay, for Jamie, I think firstly during the first two or first one or two, because the Netflix series has only four
yeah.
episodes. So for the first one and two, I kind of feel sympathized for your Jamie, because he's only a 13-year-old
Yeah.
kid. He's still teenagers and he was accused of murder. Spoiler alert story.
Yeah.
But if you see in the series how the authority handle that, they treat Jamie like an adult. Like if you
Yeah.
see in the first scene, the police come in barging into their house. So it was like, for me, I think that was a little bit excessive for just a kid. But I do note that how serious is that problem, because he was accused of murder,
Murder,
right?
yeah.
So I think throughout the series we could see that Jamie is actually a very disturbed kid. Um, and I think mostly because of the influence around internet and so
Yeah.
on.
And also how his dad is I think apa no the interaction between them, there's a lot, I think there's some of that mis bukan misunderstanding, but they have that a little gap.
Yes.
So macam the gap is not know what the son do apa what the character or what is the son is actually, and also the Jamie also does not want to express himself towards his dad.
Yes.
So
The parents are quite absent, we would say. They are not absent like they are not in a home as well, but
yeah,
they are absent
in terms of emotions,
emotionally for
yeah,
them.
yeah. So this I think the perception about the boy, the man in our
Yes.
culture is play a role, especially in our family structure, I think. Okay, so based on the what you explain, share with us about Jamie is an I think just 13 years old, and in the first episodes I think they just portray him as like an innocent,
Yes.
as like he does not do the murder. So but based on adolescence, the series itself, what is your like thoughts about what is the adolescent is want to share or want to show to us about our the young boys today?
I think adolescents give us like a very good, it was like giving us a depiction of what boys would become if we don't teach them well enough, and how the effect of social media as well as their friends and lack of parental control, what would happen if those things are not being regulated well, and it affects a kid, a small kid, and it's a boy as well, and it somehow developed later on. So I think that's how adolescents give us a depiction of these things.
Yeah, I true. I'm also true because I think there's some I think not time frame, but the in the series there are some pictures on how there's a lot of kids in the school, right? They
Yes.
go to the schools to need, but they picture that the students are feel very attached with the smartphones, which is I think is kind of relate with that. The most of our youngsters today are very related with the very like having a deep connections with their smartphone and also social media. So that's why there's a lot of happening on social media issues, the teenager issues that caused by the social media. Okay, so I think that we already give an overview on the Netflix series Adolescence. So I think we can discuss more later about this series with our topic today, misogyny, mental health, and youth, unpacking Netflix adolescence. So I think we can take a break first and listen to the song. This is MFM, your favorite campus radio.